Welcome back to my channel. So today for you all, I have, I guess, a part 2. I really wouldn't consider it a part 2 to one of my previous videos, but let's just call it a part 2. Essentially, it's part 2 to my gym fitness lifestyle video. That video was basically a compilation of my background with regard to history and how it is that I got to the place that I am, as well as some tips and tricks that I use to stay motivated when it comes to this lifestyle that I've just dove into. So yeah, if this is something that interests you, like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also hit that notification bell as well so that you're notified when it is that I upload a new video. So without further ado, let's get to it. Now, as I said in my last video, I gave you all a few tricks that I use, not even tricks, but a few things that I use to encourage me to stay motivated when it comes to fitness as well as eating healthy. My goal in this is to help find you all options to stay on the track to a healthier lifestyle or to maintain the lifestyle that you currently have adjusted yourself to. Not saying that the last things that I mentioned before aren't as important, but these things are also things that I found other people may become more encouraged by when it comes to, you know, staying healthy. One thing I forgot to mention is the importance of using apps. I personally don't require many apps to stay on this journey. However, I do use my Apple Watch, which I don't have on right now, but I typically use my Apple Watch to monitor my heart rate, the amount of calories that I'm burning, as well as how long I'm doing a workout. But I know that a lot of apps help people out as well because it gives them training tips as well as exercises that they can possibly use, and then it times you. So apps that I personally know of, because I've seen a lot of marketing and advertising for it, is like that Nike app, and then this app called Active, I believe Active is an app. Using and searching apps that are best for you are things that I feel will help you stay motivated because those workouts tend to be timed. If you're not willing to use an app, what I personally enjoy doing is passing time by watching YouTube videos. I watch random things on there such as like divorce court and, no, not divorce court, paternity court. I freaking binge watch that while working out because it doesn't make me think about the amount of time I'm in the gym. I spend so much time watching that while working out, I forget that I'm actually working out. So that's something I do recommend for you all. If I'm not watching that, then of course I'm listening to my music. But lately, I've been enjoying paternity court. With that being said, something else that I recommend you all try is finding YouTube channels that cater toward providing you all with workout routines. I think I have like 1, maybe 2 up right now, but find channels that spend a lot of time teaching you how to work out and, you know, ones in which they work out right along with you. And if you're not a gym person, I also suggest you buying like DVDs or tapes. And I know that with my cable subscription, there's a workout channel that comes with it. I don't watch it, but that's another option for you. One of the most costly things that I would recommend you all to stay on track and to stay motivated is to hire a trainer and or a nutritionist if possible. Hopefully your trainer also has a nutrition background. If not, try to do one or the other. And with that, a lot of times they will motivate you and give you tips and tricks And if they're anyone like me with the people that I work with, they would definitely call you and call you out on your BS when you're not being at your best and on it when it comes to your goals. So if they're really, really rooting for you, that's what they would do. But yeah, try and find a nutritionist to help you with your health goals and a trainer to help you with your fitness goals. Again, that's, in my opinion, one of the more costly options. But if you have the money for it, then why not splurge on it? I always suggest people write down their goals. And there's many ways that you can do this, but the idea is to write these goals down. Hopefully they're realistic. You have to make sure your goals are realistic. But when you figured out a goal that works for you, I suggest you write that goal down, whether it's on a Post-it note or on your mirror with one of those dry erase markers, and have it there so that you see it and that you're aspiring for that. I also know people who purchase clothing to, you know, aim toward their goals. And that clothing there is a constant reminder to them, hey, you need to be on it. But when you see these things, and when you read it back, you'll see where you were at that point in time and why you're still doing what it is that you're doing and why you need to keep at it. So I suggest that you write these things down, and then whenever you become just exhausted with it, or you feel as though it's becoming just too much, or you don't feel like working out for that day, read your journal, read those notes. Make sure you reference back to those to remember why you decided to take on this journey. One of the major things that I touched on in my previous video, but I didn't elaborate on as much, is don't aim for a number. Because like I said in my last video, that number can mean anything. And like I said, I was 145 twice, but I was at one point 145 and healthy, and then I was 145 and not so healthy, and those two images look completely different. So don't aim for a number, aim for healthy. Again, be realistic. If you are, let's say, I don't know, 5'2", 290 pounds, don't make it so that your goal is to be down to 125 pounds within, I don't know, what's extreme, a year, and, you know, have an image or a picture of someone whose body is clearly not attainable. Make sure this lifestyle change works for you. So again, make sure that your goal, like, start off with small goals, eating right, just making it to the gym, working out at least 2 times a week, and then eventually, hopefully 5 times a week, whatever is realistically attainable for you. Not to say that isn't, what I just mentioned isn't attainable, but it's not attainable in a healthy manner. I also suggest you all take baby steps in this. What I mean by baby steps, I encourage everyone who's just getting into this to not start off hard. Because if you do, unless you've been at that place in your life before where you knew that you could take it on, you will become overwhelmed and you will end up giving up, because one, muscle soreness is real as fuck. Like the pain that you experience from going hard is so real, and it's just very discouraging. So I say take baby steps. Start off with cardio, like lightweight lifting, and then eventually, as the weeks go, build up your endurance and your perseverance by, you know, taking on what you can at that point. Do not do not chew more than you can swallow. Is that the saying? Now, the next thing may be hard for a lot of people to do because there are a lot of evil people out in the world, just in general. One thing that motivates me, as well as some people that I know, is being in front of people. To me, it's harder for someone like me, as well as those people, to give up in front of people. And if I'm in pain while working out in front of someone, I will not give up. Like, unless it was something like I'm squatting 200 and something pounds. But I feel as though if I'm putting myself out there, it's harder for me to give up because there's too many people around and too much pressure, and I refuse for anyone to see me fail. But that's my mindset. Like I said, I know how hard it is for some people who are getting back to this lifestyle or starting up to be around people and to feel that sense of judgment. My mindset is totally different because I'm not, like, no one's going to make me feel bad about myself. However, it differs for other people, and there are mean people, and I've seen it. I've seen people working out and people who weren't working out but were fortunately smaller just demean those that were trying. So I do encourage that may be a possibility for you, and it also encourages like someone to not give up. However, yeah, that's something I would suggest. If you're someone that feels overwhelmed by the idea of that, I wouldn't suggest it, because if anything, it will break your spirit and make you give up completely. And that is just the opposite of what I'm trying to encourage. Having food with you at all times prevents you from either overeating or not sticking with your goals. If you're one to, I guess, give in easy, make sure you have some sort of snack with you or shake or something with you. That way you don't get that temptation to eat something unhealthy because you have no excuse. Your food is right there. So I suggest that you pack your foods with you if you're someone that's on the move all day, every day, or, you know, you work a normal 9 to 5 or something of that sort, and you have options that are very tempting. Make sure you pack your lunches with you and healthy snacks, and you surround yourself with lunches and foods that support this lifestyle. Yo, my skin is like looking so golden. I'm loving it. I am loving it. I was watching a TED Talk a while ago when I was enrolled in my master's program. But one thing I learned from that TED Talk, even though he wasn't talking about fitness, I feel as though it still applies to this situation. Do not tell many people, in my opinion, if this is the opposite for you, then don't listen. But in my opinion, do not tell many people about this journey you're taking on, because as good as it sounds, as much as you want those people to support you, granted, there are people that will support you in it. However, there may be times in which you may find that people aren't supportive. But when you tell so many people about this journey you're taking on, anything can happen. People can become negative, or they can support you and make sure that they adjust their lifestyle to support yours. A lot of times that isn't the case. However, you have to learn to not make this journey for those other people, but instead make it about yourself and internalizing what's going on with this lifestyle and doing it for yourself and just feeling the benefits of this new lifestyle on your own. I was watching My 600-Pound Life, and this one girl was telling her family about this journey she was taking on, and they just kept doubting her to the point where she did become very discouraged. Eventually, things were working in her favor where they supported her. But if you can prevent that, try and prevent it. I'm not saying that this is the case for everyone. If you will have that support, then by all means, tell people. But if you are doubtful, then keep it to yourself. Just like when you're making money moves, you don't want people to pray against what you're praying for. You know, you want people to be surprised when they see this new you. A positive mindset going into this will take you so far. Become encouraged. If you're not encouraged, then you will be doubtful. So changing your mindset as to what this journey will entail will ensue a lot of positive thoughts and will keep you motivated when it comes to this. I just believe a lot of people who are doing it are positive. If you aren't, then you're going to have crappy workout days, and those crappy workout days will lead to not so many workout days, and eventually you're going in the opposite direction of where you want to be. Change your mindset about what it is that you're doing. Don't make it seem just like this negative thing, like, oh my God, here I go again, having to go to the gym. Instead, make it feel like an empowering experience. So be positive about what it is that you're doing, and then take other necessary steps to remain positive for this journey and this new lifestyle. Sorry about this sun, y'all. It's like right there and just aiming straight for my face. But lastly, I want to encourage those of you that aren't there mentally when it comes to this to seek therapy. A lot of times that's what it is. It's that mental burden that's keeping you from achieving your goals and hitting so many obstacles and encouraging these negative thoughts. And I, again, learned that from my 600-pound life. A lot of times, as soon as these people sought therapy, they ended up hitting just the most monumental goals. So seeking therapy helps people in the most beautiful ways. And I feel as though if you're at a point in which none of the things I've suggested have worked to keep you motivated when it comes to hitting the gym and eating healthy, then maybe there's something bigger going on psychologically and nothing's wrong with that. Like, nothing's wrong with that, because I personally have mental issues that prevent me from wanting to do things, and I personally have prayer for that. But if that isn't something for you, then seek therapy. Again, nothing's wrong with it. All right, guys, so that just about sums up my motivational and inspirational tips to keep you all going when it comes to this new lifestyle you're taking on. Again, I know it can be hard, but when you put your mind to it, or when you have other systems in place to encourage you to keep going, there's nothing that can stop you from achieving what it is that you want to achieve. So yeah, until next time, guys, stay healthy, stay fit, and stay motivated. And I will see you all in my next video. Peace.